We had such a great conversation on Nevada Week about the workforce in Nevada and the training and everything. We wanted to come back and share a few more insights with our panel here. Victor, start with you. Let's say you have a young lady come to you on the fence about being an electrician. How would you motivate her or screen her, if you will?
We have a tremendous diversity program within the company. Anybody, as long as they have a right attitude and some level of maybe technical ability, we will train them to do the job. We have plenty of female electricians working in the field and doing a great job. And we just recently graduated several. One of the people was through the workforce through the prison.
On the job, or
prison industries?
Yeah, the prison
Hope
industry.
for prisoners, maybe.
Yeah.
Hope for prisoners?
Yeah, and she's doing an incredible job. She's one of our superstars. So this is just a recent accomplishment.
We've talked a lot about these types of things. I'm sure you have success stories, right? Can you share a few?
Yeah, so when Carrie was principal at Southeast Career Technical Academy, she went to a conference and was introduced to a group that represents FANUC Industrial Robotic Systems. FANUC is, if you've ever seen the Tesla videos where they make the cars in Northern California, that's the technology. And Carrie started this conversation.
Northern Nevada.
Well, Northern Nevada. That's the batteries, but the cars in California. Nonetheless.
Victor's our ambassador. Yeah. That's right.
But Carrie was instrumental in bringing a FANUC lab into Southeast Career Tech, and her team reached out to our organization and said, "Hey, who in Southern Nevada uses FANUC robotic systems?" And when we were looking at this, we're like, we don't know. So we kind of put it out there to the manufacturing community. Lo and behold, a paper converting manufacturer in North Las Vegas, Clearwater Paper, said, "Hey, we use those systems." So it was really cool. We got the school district and Clearwater together to have a conversation. What we thought was going to be an opportunity for student internships actually developed into a teacher internship opportunity. So teachers got to go out and see how these robots work in industry. So when they came back in the classroom in the fall, they were able to say, "Okay, this is what the book says, but let me tell you how they really work in industry." And that was phenomenal. And we see more of those kinds of opportunities as well.
I'd say, speaking of Tesla, we were partnered with the CTEs and then JAG, where we relocated, I think it's up to 50 now,
right.
Graduating seniors up to work at the Gigafactory up north. So these are kids that just graduated school and are going to high-paying jobs right away.
Explain JAG and CTE, if you would, please.
I'm going to turn it to.
JAG is a national program, and it really focuses on really your most at-risk populations in our high schools. Renee Cantu is the director of JAG for the state of Nevada, and they really do a lot of wraparound services. They do intense training with those soft skill pieces and really do an incredible job. So JAG had a group of students that they were taking up, and then I had a group of students at Southeast Tech and Mojave High School who were in our manufacturing program, and so we took the kids up. The JAG kids knocked it out of the park in the soft skills. Our kids knocked it out of the park in their technical abilities for to become production assistants. And Tesla took us all on a bus up there. They interviewed the kids, and they were off and running. And that was a pilot program. We have expanded and doubled every year. So this will be our third year. Sending students up there to go into those jobs, but they're high paying, again, full medical. If the students, after a certain period of time, they actually pay for their coursework at Truckee Meadows Community College to keep earning certifications or to start on a pathway toward an associate's or a bachelor's. And so it's just been this incredible partnership and just continues to grow and invigorate what our students are able to do in our programs.
So JAG is Jobs for America's Graduates, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and that's the website. It would be the best way to go.
Yes.
A lot of success here. What can we do better? What's left to conquer here as we move into probably a booming economy that we're looking at here?
I think we need to figure out how to market and brand what we're doing here and get it to parents, get it to the kids earlier in the years. Set up classes, and we're encouraging our people talking to schools, set up classes actually on campuses at schools, not at Helix University, where it's readily available, and educate young kids about excitement of being in construction industry. Construction industry in the past used to be like gloomy deal. You're working in the dust, you're working in the dirt. We're creating buildings. We're creating
Absolutely.
gigafactory.
Yeah.
I mean, the gigafactory, when it's all done, it's going to be almost 30 million square foot building under one roof. I mean, and our people that worked on that job were like, wow, that's opportunity in a lifetime, especially being an electrician. And the type of work, the type of technical work that was being done there, it was amazing.
I think it's how to engage that disengaged workforce. People that have been unemployed for a long period of time, people that have been on public assistance for a long period of time. How do we engage them? How do we engage youth that have dropped out of school?
It's also the perception of industry. A resource partner of ours, Terry Culp, the Deputy Director of Nevada Industry Excellence, their organization works with manufacturers here in the community. Something that he always says is, manufacturing is perceived to be a dark, dirty, and scary industry, when the reality is that it's clean, it's very technical, and the occupations are career opportunities that are, in many cases, six-figure opportunities for those that get into that. So how do we educate, the folks about what industry looks like, but then also to what Victor was saying, and that is how do we develop modules of industry, bring them onto campus, and then get those students aware of what those opportunities are, start them in that framework, and then if anything, as they graduate, now they have some of the experience. The industry's had a chance to kind of test to see, what those potential workers are, and then again, it makes the hiring process that much smoother.
How's the government been? Governor Sandoval's tried to push some of these, but has it mainly been where they kind of just step back and say, okay, let's see how it's going, or have you needed a lot of help or asked for a lot of help? How's it been working out?
Well, one of the ways we were able to, we built a program out at Desert Rose Tech Center where we have 5 high schools coming and getting technical training, but still graduating from their high schools. And we were able to secure funding from Owen and GoEd to buy and purchase that manufacturing equipment. So they are getting engaged. Dieter actually paid for the electrical upgrade that we needed at the school to bring that stuff in. And so I think for our purposes and what we really need on our end is that, and Perry and I talk about this all the time, there are a lot of people doing amazing things, and we're all wanting the same thing, but we're all kind of working like this instead of working in the same direction and being connected to each other, where we're just far more powerful and able to maneuver and do incredible things. We've got to get pathways through our community colleges with kids getting college credits where they can get on and off of working, plus getting certifications, plus getting credits and all of those pieces, and then having these partnerships with businesses to all be moving in the same direction.
So synergy like that would probably involve the legislature. Are there things that we've got planned for the next legislative session?
Oh gosh, it's funny. I guess I'm so in the trenches with industry that when it comes to the policy side, I've got folks in our office that focus the energies on that. I have to say though, over the last 10 years, again coming through this recession, props to Governor Sandoval and props to my former boss Steve Hill, who's now the president and CEO of the LVCVA, former executive director of the Governor's Office of Economic Development. These were two individuals that when we were at our worst, came in, worked tirelessly, and were innovative in attracting new forms of business. Again, Tesla, Apple, and a number of other key companies that has really changed the dynamic of where Nevada is today to where we were last, we're now top. And we're actually doing things to, again, unemployment. I mean, it's now first world problems of, oh, geez, where do we find the people to fill the jobs? Whereas 10 years ago, it wasn't like that. So again, you talk about leadership and you talk about what are, and not just the governor and Steve Hill, but all those that are involved in this, that have been instrumental with bringing us out of this recession and making us a leader from a national standpoint in recovery.
From a business standpoint, how's the government been?
The business is booming. We just need to figure out how we keep up with and produce the skilled labor, because we, especially in the construction industry, we don't generate gadgets. We don't, we're not manufacturing thing. We're basically producing skilled labor force to go and build those buildings out there. And the challenge is to make sure that we bring people fast enough. That's really the challenge for us.
This has been great. Thank you all very much.